Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to Barbara Streisand for the very first time. We've got an assortment of songs to check out today. Thanks to Daniel for requesting these. We've got Happy Days Are Here Again, Get Happy, which I both believe feature Judy Garland, another famous artist who I only recently discovered. Hint, hint, go check out that reaction. My Man, and we've also got With One More Look at You and Are You Watching Me Now, which should give us a pretty wide look at what Barbara's performance style is like. I'm aware that she is an amazing vocalist, but uniquely, the way I actually started to hear about Barbara Streisand wasn't through her music, though I found out incidentally after the fact. I actually heard about Barbara Streisand through what's called the Streisand effect. Maybe you guys are familiar with this, but for anybody who doesn't know, the Streisand effect basically has to do with the attempted censoring of information, whether it's something like a news article or a picture or a meme or whatever that happens to go viral on the interwebs. If you attempt to censor that thing, your attempt in censoring it makes the mob want to put it out there even more, thereby artificially increasing the demand for that thing and the dissemination of that picture. I believe in Streisand's case, it was a picture that I guess she found unflattering. I don't know the specific context there, but it became so much more popular because of her efforts in trying to squash it. And what they say is whatever you put on the internet lives there forever, and unfortunately, she was one of the biggest examples of that phenomenon. But that's how I know about her, and now I'm happy to finally be checking her music out. Again, thank you to Daniel the Great for making this request. But yeah, let's just jump into it.
You're so thrilling, so absolutely thrilling. I must say that we've got all your albums at home, you know.
Two greats
and
together.
You're so good that I hate you. I really hate you. You're so good.
Oh, Judy, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, you know. You're so great that I've been hating you for years. In fact, it's my ambition to be great enough to be hated by as many singers as you.
Oh, that's a nice thing for you to say. I love it. Say more. Say more.
Oh, I love you.
I mean, great artists are very polarizing, so in a very roundabout way, it is a compliment.
I love you too, but don't stop hating me. I need the confidence.
No, I won't. And if you ever get a little, feeling of lack of security, call me on the phone and sing a couple of notes to me, and I'll give you hatred like you've never gotten. It's good. See, I love you, pussycat.
I think that makes me happy.
Let's try it.
That's funny. Judy's funny too. I really like Judy. Are they doing a duet? This is gonna be crazy.
Forget your trouble. Happy days. Come on, get happy.
I hear again the skies
cares
above are clear again.
Shout hallelujah.
So let's sing a song.
Come on, get happy.
Oh,
Cheer again.
Get ready
Happy
for
days
the
are
start
here
of the
again.
I don't know whose voice to focus on. They're both so lovely.
Together.
Come on, get happy.
Shout it now. There's
Love
no
is waiting to
one
take your
who
hand.
can tout it now.
Shout hallelujah.
So let's tell the world.
And just get happy.
There's like a built-in clarity in Barbara's voice that I really like, especially when she starts to vibrato. It is a perfect curvature. Super smooth.
So let's tell the world
And just get happy.
about it now.
We're
Happy
going
days
to the
are
promised
here
land.
again.
We're heading across the river. Soon your cares will all be gone.
There'll be
From now on,
Oh, there they go.
forget the try
Oh,
and
wow.
just get happy. I hear you better change all your eyes above our heads.
Oh, she's entering that grittier place.
So let's sing a song. Just get happy. Happy times. Happy times. Happy nights. Happy nights. Happy days.
Wow.
Are here again.
That was very sweet. And I like that we got to hear both Judy and Barbara together just to give like a in the moment point of comparison, because they have different timbres to their voice. If you notice, like what I said for Barbara is that she has a lot of clarity just baked into all of the things that she even says, let alone sings. And Judy, there's a bit more width to it. And I don't know if it's fair to say that her voice has more of a baritone lean to it, but like when she says something, there's a bit more gravitas just in her delivery. And having those two textures together works really well, because often in this performance, before they got loud towards the end, Judy would take a quieter approach and deliver her notes a little bit further in the background. I would probably say like it was primarily Barbara up front, maybe like 60% foreground, background with Barbara and Judy. The pairing works well just because they're such amazing vocalists. And this is my first time hearing Barbara, so I was more attuned to her voice as I was listening. Love her clarity, and I love how when she got louder, she opted for some of those more more like angry little stylings. It usually comes out just in that vocal fry, or when she just like kind of lets the phrase collapse in on itself like a bit of a dying star. It is not anywhere near like the screamo music that you'll hear out there that I also end up listening to. It's just so classic, so beautiful, especially sung together. And I like the song progression too, because we had a very lovely beginning that just grew into this climactic kind of end. And with Judy, that is a mainstay that I noticed in the album reaction I gave to her performance at Carnegie Hall. So much of her music ended in just like cinema. That's the best way I can put it. Let's check out the next song here. This is My Man.
Oh, my man, I love him so.
I guess a solo of Barbara now.
You never know. All my life is just despair. But I don't care when he takes me in his arms. The world is bright.
Oh.
What's the difference if I say
The music just melted in.
I'll go away when I know I'll come back on my knees someday? For whatever my man is, I am his forevermore. It cost me a lot, but there's one thing that I've got, it's my
Wow.
man.
Do you hear how her chest voice just she brought the power out of nowhere seemingly? I'll try to find a comparison here.
For whatever my man is,
Like more sensual here, more relaxed. Okay, so she stands up from the step.
Cost me a lot,
And
but
just the
there's
power
one thing that I've got,
exuding.
it's my man. Cold and wet, tired, you bet. But all that I soon forget with my man.
Oh, the drama in her performance, plus the strings.
He's not much for looks and no hero out of books is my man. 2 or 3 girls has he that he likes as well as me, but I love him. Oh, my man, I love him so. He'll never know all my life is just despair, but I don't care when he takes me in his arms.
Oh,
The world is bright.
she's making me swoon.
What's the difference if I say, oh, go away, when I know I'll come back home someday. Whatever my man is, I am his
Oh, dear God, she has such a powerful voice. Oh, man. It feels like she has a voice fit for both opera and musical theater. And I do recall that this song was intended for a Broadway performance. I'm forgetting which one now. You mentioned Daniel. Man, the control she has in her voice, that is the hallmark of an amazing singer among all of the other possible attributes you could consider. Being able to perfectly control your voice, have it waver and break in the ways that you would like it to, rather than those things happening artificially or on accident, to me means all of her delivery, all of her vocals are so deliberate. And in her delivery, that power, you can hear her emotion behind it. Because even in this song, she's talking about how she is one of many to this man, but she still has this overpowering love for him. Now, regardless of what you think of the conditions, her love here and her statement of it is undeniable. And, you know, in this kind of situation where you have to like almost prove to the world that you do have this love for him, you have to shout it from the rooftops. Now, I don't know if it's an exercise in convincing herself that that's something that she's okay with or what she would want. But when she sings it in this way, it is hard not to believe her. She is so convincing in her approach here. And I like that we had the first track actually with Judy, just to hear how she would sound when she was more quiet. Because even at the beginning of My Man, she already started at that like 50% mark versus the 20% volume range we heard earlier on in the first track with Judy. And then by the end of this one, she reached an even higher high than we experienced in the first set of songs. I'm liking her voice a lot. Let's listen to the last song here. This is another, I believe, combo. And her hair is so different. Lighters up. Now it would be iPhones, but it's a different time.
look at you. I could learn to tame the clouds and let the sun shine through.
Oh.
Leave a troubled past and I might start anew.
She was down here.
So
And now she's... It's that control from the lowest possible point. Oh, I like this.
Refresh these tired eyes with one more look at you. I might overcome the anger that I've learned to know.
I think this is my favorite song.
Find a peace of mind I lost so long.
Oh. I love the melody.
Your gentle touch has made me
And I love her breathy delivery here now.
And I'll belong again.
Floating.
For when you look at me, I'm everything and more than I had dreamed I'd be. My spirit feels a promise I won't be alone.
Oh my
Love
god.
and live more, love and live forever. With one look at you, I'm meant to change the stars and change our fortunes too. I'd have the constellations paint your portrait too, so all the world might share this wondrous sight. The world could
Oh, and the croak there. Oh my god, there's so much to unpack with that whole last like 2.5 minutes, but just listen to this croak.
the world could
The world. The vocal fry.
with one more look at you.
Oh, it's so heavenly. I love the
With
emotion
one
in
more
this.
look at you. I want one more look at you.
Even her expressions, like she's on the verge of tears here.
Watching me now. Watch closely now.
Oh.
Your eyes are like fingers touching my body, arousing me so. I'm riding the passion arising inside me. How can I go? You're coming with me. I'm gonna show you how.
Oh.
And when it's scary, yeah, I won't look down. Are you watching me now? Watch closely now. I see the hunger arise in your eyes, and it's urgent me, urgent me, urgent me.
my God. Are you serious? I gotta turn it down a bit. Oh my God. Whoa. Dude, what a surprise. Oh my God. Dude, that was insane. Where did that come from? Like, the difference in style and emotion between With One More Look at You and Are You Watching Me Now? Those are worlds apart. And like, I already knew just from what I had heard already that Barbara has a dynamic voice. She can hit all the high notes, hit all the low ones, add some fry, add some vibrato and power and exude emotion. But this last performance, this was the most emotional one. I was brought to a few tears there. And I love emotional performances. So immediately this became my favorite out of the three that we heard today. I love that in the first song, it was more melancholy, and the breathiness that you heard in the quality of her delivery was even more salient here. I love when a vocalist, they don't shy away from those like, those exasperated kind of, just sounds, because it's so often the case that in modern production, a lot of the intake of breath, the outflow of breath, those things get cut out in the sort of whitewashing of a production, and it just takes the human element more out of it, because as humans, we breathe in, we breathe out, and it can be satisfying to hear that. And when you deliver a line in a breathy, more singing kind of a way, you feel the support behind it, not only in her diaphragm, right, but from an emotional place. And with an emotional performance, that is what you need. You want us to connect with your humanity. And in that first song, Barbara just absolutely nailed it. And I love how all of the strings accentuated that emotion in the right places. Now, what followed just completely blew me away. I was not expecting at all to have such a difference in emotion. She all of a sudden became very forceful, powerful, happy-go-lucky, just exuberant, elated, all of the possible adjectives I could throw at you. It became super exciting. It became very cinematic and reminded me actually a lot of what we heard in the Judy Garland Carnegie Hall performances, where she would be very loud, would bring things to a super climax. And the electric guitar that we heard, as well as the brass, definitely contributed to that larger than life feeling. That's why I actually had to turn down the volume. I don't know if you guys noticed it on your end, but I had it all the way up because I couldn't hear as well earlier on. I had to turn it down like halfway because everything was cranked up. It goes to show you that there are so many layers to Barbara that I had not known about before. I knew she was a great vocalist just through through the ether, but now I know in a very, very obvious kind of a way. I think out of the 3 performances we heard, my favorite was the beginning of this final one with One Look at You. But of course, there's probably more songs like that out there, or even different tracks of a different quality that we haven't yet experienced. So if you're interested and would like to see more Barbara on the channel, you can request a reaction by using the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.